Stage open.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me? You can't hear me on this, can you?
No. No.
Is that what I? Hello. Hello. Okay. Maybe we should introduce ourselves first.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. I'm Libby Letlow from Masked Rider. I'm Patsy. I'm Serena Vincent from Lost Galaxy. I was Maya from the planet Paranoid. I'm Nikia Maurice. I was Tanya in Zeo and Turbo.
Hi, I'm Karen Ashley. I was Aisha from the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Hi, I'm Monica May. I was Z Delgado from Power Rangers SPD.
Hey everybody, thank you for being here. My name is Audrey Dubois Marciano, and I was the original pilot Treaty.
Yeah, questions.
Step up
You have
and
questions?
speak loud.
Line up over there.
Hi. I was just wondering, I've asked some of you already, but what do you think happened to your characters, say, 10 years later?
Well, I'm still in Africa, I hear. I don't know. I mean, I would think Aisha's probably like making friends, solving the world's problems. She's probably in politics, you know. She's just a, you know, one of those girls who likes everything, you know, puts a smile on everything.
And Trini's coming back. The original's coming back.
Gosh, Z is probably, well, I mean, ultimately Z loves helping people, so she's probably doing like Peace Corps work or
She's
something
working with
like
Aisha.
that.
And Tracy and Cruz.
I think it is. Okay. Hi, I'm Tracy Lynn Cruz. I played Ashley, the Yellow Turbo Ranger, and also Power Rangers in Space. I think that Tanya is probably pursuing her music career. And within that, because you know, in Zeo, she was offered a record deal, and she didn't take it. So I think she's gone back to her music and somehow saving the world in that too.
Let's introduce this wonderful lady, someone that I looked up to. It taught me quite a bit when I was on the show because I didn't know martial arts. I was a dancer. And so she ended up being one of the people who would help me out so that my kicks looked right. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Sophia Crawford, and I was the stunt double for Amy Jo Johnson in the very beginning and for the first movie.
Her and Bridget, they made the girls look so good. Like, we would literally go, okay, I want like 3 flips and I want like 10 kicks. And so they would do it. They're amazing.
Okay, so I said this in the last panel. How is it that you had girl stunt doubles and we had men?
Wow.
How did that happen? Did you?
I don't know. But you know, we had them, and then I also had a guy too. But it was like, it was kind of both.
Matoko was mine. She was amazing, and I was the only one that had a girl power,
Really?
yeah, stunt double. Allie was like this big compared to me, and she had a guy. I was like,
You know, and the fans were not fooled by it. They said, why do you have an extra gender area?
You guys are smart. You pick up on everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I like? No, it's well.
I just wanted to add something to that because when we were shooting, it became a topic of discussion, especially behind the scenes, because the guys had to tape up.
Just to let you guys know, I did all my own stunts.
Next question.
My question is for all the Yellow Rangers.
Rangers on the panel. Do you think that there's a difference in character traits between the women who become Pink Rangers and the women who become Yellow Rangers? And if so, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite color was always pink, and then I became the Yellow Ranger, and I had to switch it. And I think, yeah, absolutely. I'm not quite sure what the differences are, but there are differences.
I was just talking to Catherine about this. It was so funny. She said that she was like, why do they always make me so girly? And why do they always, oh, Tommy? And, you know, and I was like, that's funny because the Yellow Ranger was always a little, like, tough. Like, she was tough. She could be, yeah, she was girly, but she was also could fit in with the boys. So I think it was kind of, I don't know. I would hope that they put a lot of thought into it and said, you know, here's one girl who's a girly girl. Here's another girl who's going to be more of the girl, who's going to be really good in school, but also could be a tomboy, and kind of have a little bit of rougher edge, because not all girls are girly girls. So I would think that was the reason. At least that was my reason.
For those of you that weren't here yesterday, I'll say this again. For the original pilot, Trini was not supposed to have any martial arts skills whatsoever. She was actually supposed to be really timid and insecure about the fact that out of the 5, she was the one without any physical ability. She wasn't as smart as the Blue Ranger. She wasn't as cute as maybe the Pink Ranger. She was just kind of there. And I went in and auditioned for that as that timid person. My personality isn't that I'm really timid. So I went in to the audition that way. And the director at the time, as I was leaving, said, it says you're a 3rd-degree black belt. Everyone in Hollywood lies about being a black belt, but did you have to exaggerate? And I said, no, in fact, I am. And he said, so right now, if I call you out and I tell you to do something a 3rd degree can do, can you do that? I said, sure. But I was still in my timid little, like, oh my God, I'm scared. And they said, go ahead and do that. And then I busted out with this, like, ridiculous, like, I'm going to kill everyone in the room. And they're like, okay, well, Trini is now strong. Trini is going to be one of the kind of stronger characters, and she's right, you kind of fit in with the boys, but, you know, I don't think I was really cute. I kind of looked like a little boy back then, but anyhow, that was just kind of a little bit of insight on how the beginning started.
I kind of felt, though, in Zeo and Turbo that Tanya played second fiddle to Catherine's role. I think it was just kind of written kind of that way. I didn't feel like she really, in the very beginning, she did have some nice storylines about her, you know, baseball, music, and then it just started to fiddle out, and her character wasn't as important as all the other ones. So I really felt that difference.
For me, Z was like, you know, from the streets originally. So she was definitely a little harder around the edge, you know, wasn't a Power Ranger to begin with, you know, got caught, got arrested by the Power Rangers, and that's how Z became a Power Ranger. So, yeah. So she was always kind of, you know, not wanting to agree with, you know, the upper hand, yeah, and wanting to just be a little bit more of a rebel, and then fell into loving being a Power Ranger and wanting to help people that way. But for me personally, I'm a really girly girl, so it was really hard, like, getting the set and not being able to do all, like, the girly stuff, because that's actually who I am. So it was cool being able to, like, take myself outside and just, like, really be able to be someone else, because by the end of it, I didn't feel like myself when I was dressed up like Z and being her. I felt like Z.
Thank you all.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.